my channel. You are watching At Home with Bernice. In today's video, I wanted to show you guys my version of Camarones a la Diabla, which is a spicy shrimp in like a red sauce. Very popular for the Latin community. If you want to learn how to make it, go ahead and stick around and I'll go ahead and show you all the steps. Let's go ahead and start with our ingredients. And once again, thank you so much for watching. Okay guys, and then for the ingredients, I'm going to start with about 1.5 pounds of shrimp, and I've purchased the deveined and peeled shrimp already just to make it easier. Also, I'm going to be using 4 tomatoes, 4 cloves of garlic, half a stick of butter, salt and pepper to taste. And then for the butter, I'm using the unsalted butter just so I can control the salt. I'm also going to be using an orange, 1 bell pepper, 5 guajillo chilies, and you can find these at a lot of Hispanic supermarkets. I'm also going to be using about 9 chiles de árbol. And these, once again, you can also find, they're pretty readily available at a lot of Hispanic markets. So let's go ahead and start with putting our chilies, our dried chilies, and our tomatoes to boil. Okay, now I've got my 2 pots here, and what I've done to my chilies is I've actually deveined them and cleaned them up, removed all the seeds. And to my chiles de árbol, I've just removed the little stem part, so it's still intact. So I'll put these in one pot. And then to my other pot here in the back, I'm going to be adding the 4 tomatoes. And I'm using the Roma tomatoes, but you can use whichever tomatoes you like. I'm going to let the tomatoes boil for about 10 minutes or so, and same thing for my chilies. The chilies are probably going to be about 5 to 7 minutes or so, so I'll go ahead and show you guys the next step after they are done. Okay, and then once your chilies are done, and you know they're done because they're really soft, probably took them a good 5 to 7 minutes or so for them to be ready. I'm just going to be transferring them to the blender. Same thing with the tomatoes. I'm also going to be adding my 4 garlic cloves. This will be very hot, so you just want to be careful when you blend. What I like to do is I like to use just a towel to hold it kind of in place. And you want to set this aside. And then in a separate pan, I'm going to be melting my half a stick of butter. And like I said, this is unsalted butter. If you are going to be using the salted butter, go ahead and just make the adjustments with your salt to make sure that it's not too salty. Once my butter has melted, I'm going to actually be adding a little bit of olive oil. I don't want my butter to burn, so just a little bit of the olive oil. And to this, I'm going to add my bell pepper, and what I've done is I've actually cut up my bell pepper into strips. So I'm going to be adding that. The shrimp will cook pretty quickly, so I want to get started with my bell pepper to soften it up a little bit. It smells delicious already, guys. This is a very quick and easy recipe. Something you can make for those busy weeknights where you can't, cook something more difficult. Shrimp cook really quick. Okay, guys, and the bell peppers have been sauteing in the butter for about 5 minutes or so, and I've just been moving them consistently. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my shrimp, and I've already washed my shrimp, and like I said, I've purchased it deveined and peeled already. This is going to be really quick, guys. Shrimp cook really fast, about 5 to 7 minutes, and they should be done. As you can see, once they start turning pink, they're starting to cook, so it's really, really quick. And I'm making this amount for about 3 to 4 people. But if you have a larger family, you can, you know, like I said, just adjust it depending on how much or how many people will be eating. Okay guys, and then once you get your shrimp all nice and pink and cooked, I'm going to be adding the juice of the orange. And I'm going to be seasoning with salt and pepper. And remember, salt and pepper is to taste. If your butter obviously had salt, then you want to adjust the salt that you're adding. Mine was unsalted, so I'm going to be giving the flavor to my dish now. You can also add chicken bouillon if you decide you want to do that instead. I will actually be adding a little bit of chicken bouillon, which I didn't mention in the beginning of the video, but that is optional. And I'll add a little bit of both, the salt and the chicken bouillon. Some freshly grated black pepper. And I like to use sea salt. And I'm going to do about a tablespoon or so. I'm also going to add a little bit of the chicken bouillon, and I'm adding about a teaspoon or so. And you just want to mix everything really well so it's well incorporated. This is optional, but I'm going to be adding a little bit of ketchup. And I'm going to do about a tablespoon or so. Tablespoon and a half. But this is totally optional and up to you if you want to add it. Remember our sauce, guys? I'm going to be adding it now, and I'm actually going to be straining it. And this is what you're left with at the end, which is what you don't want in your sauce. I'm just going to mix this really well. And at this point, this is only going to be probably another 2 minutes or so, and it'll be ready to go. And you just want to cover your pot for about 2 minutes and they should be done. Delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to go ahead and have my husband be the taste tester. He loves these shrimp, so let's see what he thinks. What else is he going to say, right? Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video.
Great.
Bye-bye.